Hello and welcome to Paints and Sinners. Today we are going to paint wood elves. Here you have 6 of them. They are all Senatorial Prime, so to speak, in black and white, or somewhat white at least, off-white maybe. Where do these elves come from? I really don't know. I think it was on Reddit perhaps, or could have been Facebook, some Warhammer group as well, where I posted a pic of them and they said they came in a set called 10-10-10. That's what they wrote. So it would be 10 wood elves, 10 goblins, 10 something else, I don't know. I've been searching, maybe not like a maniac, but I have been searching without any result, really. I could not find them. So if you know more about these guys, the 10-10-10 set, if that's correct, I don't know, then please let me know in a comment or something like that. Anyway, now we're gonna start with the base. Exactly the base. And that will not be very exciting perhaps, but we'll show it. Of course we'll show it. The first thing I will start with painting is the cloaks. It's a big part of the elf and they will all have the same base, and that base is Vallejo Heavy Green. Excellent. Let's start painting. So this is really just a slob it on. Get the paint on. It's a little bit hard. It's been dipped in brush soap. I can't speak today. It's been dipped. Well, it's been cleaned by brush. So you hear? I cannot speak. It's been cleaned by brush soap, and therefore it was a little bit stiff, you could say. But now it's not. It doesn't get more exciting than this, so we'll turn off the camera and I'll continue painting the cloaks of all the elves, and then we'll do something else. So, as you can see, all the cloaks painted with the color mentioned before, Vallejo Heavy Green. Now I'm gonna go through the pants and the jacket, whatever they're wearing. That'll be a combination of these two, Vallejo Olive Green and Vallejo Deep Green. I'm thinking just vary, you know, what color goes where. And let's start with that. I need a slightly smaller brush for this, maybe. So this is olive green for the pants. On the original, both the pants and the jacket was olive green, and then it was slightly changed with washes, you could say. Now it's really hard not to paint over previous screen here, because what? Because I don't have my magnifying glass up when I'm filming. But here you can see, looks really bright now, but you can see that's olive green on his jacket. So big difference. So here you can see I've started painting slowly but surely, getting there. But I'm trying to vary it, so you know, you'll get some variation. So here we have pants painted with Vallejo Olive Green, and then I'll be using the deep green from Vallejo for his shirt, as you can see here. Easy variations. I've just got 3 different green colors, but that's enough to make some variation. Now I'm going to continue it till I'm done with these. I'm not going to show you all the painting, because that'll be boring, I think. Now I got the green base done for most of them, for all of them really. I don't know what I'm saying. So now I'm going to do some brown basing. I'm going to use 3 different brown colors for this, and it's red leather, it is flat brown, and it's leather brown, all from Vallejo. And I'm thinking, just as with the greens, I'm going to vary it a little bit across the elves. There will be some highlights and shadows later on, of course, but we'll start like this. And it'll be the same procedure as last time with the green. I will talk a little bit here and paint a little bit, and then you'll see the finished result once I've done all. I will not film all of it. That would take forever, and you would shut down the video. Maybe you'll do that anyway, I don't know. Now I've painted most of the brown. I actually added burnt umber as well. I wanted a really dark brown. Wasn't as dark as I wanted, but anyway. We can have a look at two of them here to see the differences. You can see I've used different shades of brown on different parts of them. You can see it here on the back as well. The sword sheet. Is it called that? Sheet? I'm not sure. You know what I mean. Anyway, I hope. So all the elves have gotten kind of individual treatment. Just random, really. And that's a big part of the basic colors applied now, right? I need to paint the bow, need to paint the face color and the hands, some metal colors, and I think I need some touching up here and there where I missed and stuff like that. Alright, so as you can see, I have painted the faces or the skin color, and you can see that it's Pro Acryl Shadow Flesh as shown in the background. This is what it looks like. And you might also see that there are variations now in all the greens and browns. At least I hope that's visible. Looks a little bit dark on the camera. And now I'm gonna paint the bows, and I'm gonna use rifle brown all of a sudden. I did not use that on my prototype, but I figured if it works for rifles, it'll work fine for bows. And maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Now we have reached the part where things get a little bit more complicated for no reason at all, really. Well, maybe a small reason, but anyway. I'm gonna paint some gold details on the elf archers, and I'm gonna use glistening gold from Duncan Rogues. I'm gonna mix that with antique gold pigment and some flow improver for it not to dry out so easily. And the reason for that is it will look more gold than just with the gold color. That's something that Vince Venturella claims on his YouTube channel, and I'm sure he's right, because he's got his shit together. So I've done this before, but it's been a while since I did it. So there is some gold, apparently. How much pigment should you take? And what should you take the pigment with? This is probably not the best thing to pick up pigment with, but it's what I have. So we'll try not to be too... You see? That's a lot, I think. And now my file will forever be golden. Probably. Well, maybe I could just wash it off, and now the water becomes golden. I don't know. I guess something will become golden the next time I use the file. Flow improver. This has been in the bottle for ages. I don't know how much I should take, but we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. Seems like the pigment don't want to mix. How will this look? Amazing, maybe. Dried off very, very quickly, I must say. So here you can see the gold details done with that recipe I showed you earlier. It looks okay. It's a bit sloppy when it comes to the details, because it became a little bit runny. You can see that on the bow right there, if the camera would zoom in. Yeah. But that's the way it goes. It becomes really metallic when you mix in those pigments. and that looks good. So anyway, it will need some fixing up, as they say, not only for the gold colors, but for all the colors really. Okay, so right now what I am doing after a few days break due to heat extortion. Can you say it like that? I don't know. It's very hot anyway. Olive green to do some highlights on the cloaks of the elves. Already done one. And I guess I'm gonna do another one now, so you can see what I'm doing. It's not like it's something fascinating that you have never seen before, but I need to record something for the video, right? Just taking it slow and easy, and I'm sure not doing it perfect. And you know what? That's okay. It's not for some competition or something like that, so if it was only one elf, I would probably be spending more time painting them up. But for a bunch of archers, lowly archers, you don't really need to. And I'm gonna use some green wash on top of this later on to tie it in together, as they say. And then you'll see that it's okay, I hope. It's also even harder to paint without my magnification that I usually use. That was hard to say, but I guess this will be good enough. I have done some paint work off camera because it was details and more details that I just had a hard time filming. And this is what it looks like now. I painted some highlights. I painted the sword hilt. I think it's called the hilt, right? And done some fresh ups, some highlights on the back, etc, etc. I can show another one. It's really different work on the different models, and it sure ain't perfect, but it's good enough for army painting, I would say. One problem was these leaves that they have on the top of the tunic or jacket or whatever it is. I don't know. But the imprint or the outcome on the mini, it's a little bit different on different figures. I think maybe you can see it here. So that is not exactly something that I'm very satisfied with, but it could be worse for sure. But yeah, I just had to make it visible, I think, and visible it is. What's left now is really just shading with different shades. Alright, gonna do some green shading with Army Painter, Warpaints Fanatic, and this is a military shade. That is, I think I said it before, but it's from the Army Painter historical World War II German paint set. So I've been quite sparing with the highlights. I mean, you could work a lot more with the highlights than what I've done here. But as I've said, for army painting, how much time do you have? I mean, it takes a lot of time to paint a number of units or soldiers, or whatever you want to call them. So now the green shade is applied, still not dry on all places, as you probably can see on screen. Especially in the really dark places. Can you say it like that? You know what I mean. But now I'm gonna do some skin shading, and it's Citadel Reichland Flesh Shade. The thing is, talking about details, how much should you put in? Think about it like they're going to be in a large group. Now I only have 7 of these, but I mean, normally in Warhammer Fantasy Battle or the old world, you'll have maybe 20 in one group. I have some new, what are they called, Glade Runners, the Glade Guards, 32 units. You really don't need to, you know, put in, well, you can of course if you want to, but you don't need to put in too much effort in painting the individual fighters, so to speak, because they will kind of disappear slightly in the group that they are part of. Now, isn't it Flesh Shade, Ryclan Flesh Shade, that's really good for gold as well? I think so. Let's try it on this guy. Something like that. And then a little bit down here. Maybe you should thin it a bit, but I don't. I don't have the time. I'm burning. Next shade up is Agrax Earthshade, an old favorite, of course. And that'll be used on mostly... that'll be used on the brown parts. All the brown parts, more or less, actually. Don't be shy when using it. That's all I'm saying. Why don't I say anything more? I don't know. You can combine this with Seraphim Sepia. You can get a really great leather look if you combine these two. But then you almost need to do some more highlights afterwards. And I'm not planning to doing any more highlights because I'm so lazy. Now I'm going to tell you that we are going to do the bases. But I want to say or mention something before that. And that thing is, I could have done this better. I think I've been slightly affected by the weather. And the weather is hot as hell. So the place here where I'm sitting doing this, it's not a cool place. So I've been sweating, dripping down, actually from my forehead, and yeah, you know. And it's been too hot to put in the effort that I should do for a video. Not that I'm Mr. Fantastic when it comes to painting in any way, but I'm just saying, I don't try to dodge the responsibility here, but that's how it is. And I'm looking for the base material that I've chosen is Base Ready Pine Forest Ground Cover. I've used this before and I think this will be great for elves. Oh, it's smoking. It's so dry. I guess we are going to paint the rims black as well, and you'll see that for sure. But here is the glue. Do we have a cheap brush to do this with? I think I have that somewhere. I mean, Winsor Newton is a quality brand, but this, I don't know if this is you don't care about that. Hey, what's this? That's Winsor Newton as well. So I mean, the glue is solvable, as they say, in water, so it shouldn't murder the brush anyway. Now I don't know, where did that come from? I don't know if I don't really know anything, if I should be frank, but I'm not Frank. That's not my name. That's a really good dad joke. Maybe I should pour some glue onto this. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. If I'm showing you the full picture. Here we have some glue. The reason for this is I poured it directly on the base before. And the effect of that is that it becomes too much, I think. A little bit too much. And this will take forever now. No, it won't. It will not take forever. It will actually go quite quickly, I think. I usually just dip them. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it, but that's how we go about here. And now I would really like some paper to place him on afterwards. You see, it's a thick freaking laying right now. But all of that cannot stick, I think. I hope. This might be overkill to show, but anyway, I'm gonna paint the rims. And today I'm using Vallejo Game Color Black. I just pulled the black from the shelf of paints. And this is really not that interesting, but I don't know. I've shown this in all my previous videos, so why not continue with that tradition, so to speak. It's a small part of the painting process, but it adds a lot, I think. And as you notice, I'm doing this after the basing today. Previously I've done the rim painting before the basing, and the rims have become all dusty. And that's not desirable. You know, I'm just gonna go through it like this. I don't think I'm gonna show more than this. I need to go up a little bit where the basing is slightly missing, but this is the principle, and I think you know about it. Okay, so this is the result of the Wood Elves, very quickly painted by me. Speed painted, you could almost say, but I didn't use speed paints, of course. And I don't know, as I've said, the heat made me a little bit, I don't know. I didn't have the endurance to paint them better, but I think this is good enough for tabletop standard. I would be happy with it. Not sure what you're saying, feel free to leave a comment. That will always be welcome, of course. And with that said, I just want to say one more thing, and that is thank you to all of you who have subscribed. A lot more people, even if it's still a very small amount, but still a lot more people than I would ever have even dreamed of should subscribe to my little hobby channel. That is so very appreciated. So a big thanks to you, but thanks to all of you who are watching, and hope you get something out of my I don't know, hobby adventures or whatever you want to call it. With that said, hope to see you in the next video, of course, and until then, keep the brush sharp. No, I gotta find a better thing to end the videos with. Anyway, keep on painting and have fun. I hope to see you in the next video, of course. Until then, goodbye.